It's all about the stunts. This review is Mission Impossible, it's number 6, Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, long ago, Mission Impossible franchise stole the mantle of best stunts in a movie from both James Bond and Jason Bourne. And since then, it's hands down, it's all about the stunts in Mission Impossible. Stunts and Tom Cruise, of course. And they are so intertwined that they really are synonymous. Not only does Ethan Hunt, Tom Cruise's character in Mission Impossible, perform in all of the stunts. He's in every single action set piece in the movie. Tom Cruise is the guy who actually is performing these stunts. And that's what's most amazing about this movie, and the main, if not only, reason to go see any of the Mission Impossible franchise movies, but especially this one. The thing about Tom Cruise is he does some spectacular stuff. I have to give it to him. He is, if press credits are to be believed, he is the first, or the press note, if the film's press notes are to be believed, Tom Cruise is the first actor to ever do a halo jump on camera. Now, what's a halo jump? It stands for high altitude, low opening, which means that he jumps out of a C-17 at 25,000 feet, falls 200 miles an hour, and can't open his chute until he gets within 2,000 feet of the ground. Pretty amazing. He reportedly, did this jump 100 times in order for them to get all the shots they needed for the film. Pretty amazing. He also, again, according to the press notes, taught himself, or was trained by Airbus helicopter. He learned how to fly a helicopter. Why? Because they wanted him to do a solo helicopter trick where he nosedives continually and then pulls out of it for this spectacular copter chase that happens in the climax of the movie. Again, really spectacular. But it's not just that. He also does this amazing, there's this motorcycle chase through the streets of Paris, and of course he does it without a helmet. Of course, he's Tom Cruise. He also does this rooftop chase through through London, jumping from building to building to building. In one of those cases, and you can tell, even though they don't telegraph it, he broke his ankle on one of those building jumps. He realized that as he was breaking it, that he would have to continue the shot, so he hits the building, boom, really hard. It's in the trailer, I think, too. You can see his leg kind of buckles. He pulls himself up, and then he hobbles away to finish the shot. They had to shut down shooting for 2 months because of that broken ankle. But he really does all of these stunts. Now, why am I talking so much about the stunts? Because it's really the only reason the Mission Impossible franchise exists. Without that, it's basically your typical doomsday plot, a typical action kind of plot where you get this crazy guy who's got access to 3 nuclear bombs and he's going to set them off, and of course he has to be stopped. That's pretty de rigueur for action features today. If it wasn't for the stunts, that wouldn't really matter. But one other good thing I want to say about this movie is, I think for the first time, if this is number 6, for the first time they've actually had the same director go back to back with these films, and they have a lot of carryover from the earlier films. Now, of course, in addition to Tom Cruise, you've got his Mission Impossible crew, so you've got Simon Pegg and Ving Rhames, who are very good in limited roles. He also brings back the love interest from the last time out, Rebecca Ferguson, and maybe most surprisingly, and Alec Baldwin's also in it again from the earlier movie, but perhaps most surprisingly, the bad guy from the last movie, Mission Impossible 5, which was Rogue Nation, is the same guy, an actor named Sean Harris, who's very good again, but there's a lot of continuity. You throw in Henry Cavill as a CIA assassin, Angela Bassett as the CIA boss, and this new woman I'm not that familiar with named Vanessa Kirby as an arms dealer, and you have a really great, uniformly excellent supporting cast. However, nobody cares about the supporting cast in a Mission Impossible movie. It's all about Tom Cruise, the stuntman, and that's exactly how it should be. All of my movie reviews are brought to you by Red Wind Casino. See them here first on the KIRO Radio Facebook page, and find all of them at mynorthwest.com.